ZOM and Katgarr talk about things. Today,
Lemonade.
that's what we're doing. Katgarr here is a lemonade aficionado.
It's true. It's my absolute favorite drink.
So anybody out there who is looking for the official rankings of all the various lemonades that are out there, what's the best? What's the worst? What tastes like ass? What will give me cancer? We got your info right here. In this tier list, we've got 3 primary rating criteria. What are they?
The 3 criteria are taste, obviously. Tastes good, higher. Tastes bad, the fuck out of here. We've got tartness and the sweetness. Both sweet and tart are good, but want to make sure that it's that nice range of tart and of sweet. If you go too far in either direction or not far enough, then it's just, bad.
You gotta have a good ratio. Katgarr is more of a tart man. Now, I'm more of a sweet guy myself. So we have a good range of tastes and flavors. So this will definitely be the be-all, end-all tier list for whatever your tastes may be. And that 3rd criteria.
The 3rd criteria is general consistency. Is it good lemonade or is it just water that they put lemons in? Is it too pulpy?
Is it not pulpy enough?
The consistency is very important. You don't have enough of the lemons, then it's just water, but you've made it worse.
So, without further ado, let's get to getting. So, we're starting out
with Newmans Own Virgin Lemonade.
Oh, you know how I like virgins. Anyway, so we got our Rick and Morty shot glasses. Bottoms up. This is more a tart lemonade.
It's pretty good, actually.
You can definitely taste that it was probably squeezed.
I think it's got Joe Biden on the side of it. 15% lemon juice. Some of these have like 1%.
So there's different ways that people use juices. You might not be familiar with this, but there's direct juice. That's when they they squeeze the things. That's too concentrated. So they put some water in it and then they serve that to you. Or they do it from concentrate, which is basically they squeeze all the stuff out, they put it in a vat, and then they boil it. All the water disappears and then they got some dust. And then sometime later they're like, put some dust in some water, mix it, bam, quote unquote 100% juice from concentrate.
Those are actually drinks that are served to ADHD people.
Why?
So they can concentrate.
God damn it, Katgarr! Anyway, so Newmans Own is a 15% lemon juice. So this is not from concentrate, this is direct squeeze. And you can kind of taste the tardiness because of that. You can tell that it's real juice. And so where would we put this on the old tier list here? We got the fuck is it? Oh, Newmans Own.
This is going to be a solid B tier.
Solid B tier. It's not perfect, but it's nice.
If someone has Newmans Own at their
barbecue or bar mitzvah,
you will be fine. Don't worry.
You will survive Newmans Own. All right, now we got some eyes.
I'm going to call it Izzy. And if the brand manager themselves wants to comment on the actual pronunciation, they can.
Fucking sue us!
Ugh. Sparkling, so it's maybe not good.
Some people are into the sparkling stuff.
I personally have never been, but we're going to find out.
It could be good.
Flavored juice beverage. Good. I don't like non-flavored juice.
Juice beverage?
It's blended with concentrate, so we got that one on now.
This one is 70% juice, but it's from concentrate. So the fact that it's not 100% juice, even though it's from concentrate, means
that's no good.
Does this have alcohol in it? What the fuck? No. It's just terrible.
It's the bubbles. If you went to a restaurant and they're like, we have Izzy's sparkling lemonade, I would not be extremely disappointed.
I'm extremely disappointed. What the fuck is this?
We might be different on this, actually. I would consider this a C, actually.
You would consider it a C? I could not imagine a worse lemonade. I would personally rate this a D.
Then, would you have rated it an F? I know there's no F tier.
We don't have an F tier.
Would you consider this an F tier lemonade?
I would personally consider this an F tier lemonade.
I think we should just even it out and put it at D.
All right.
It's not so good that I'm like, wow, how could you not put it at the most average tier?
This is the problem with tier lists in general, is that everybody's got different tastes and you can disagree about particular things. We're talking about like the average here, the average lemonade consumer. We got a lemonade expert and a lemonade common man. And if you take the combined opinions, you get a quote-unquote tier list of lemonade. If you hate our opinions, put them in the comments below.
Also, if you like the opinions, you should put them there too. Number 3. All right, so next up is Simply brand lemonade. It is simply lemonade.
As we can see here, it is 11% lemon juice.
Just a little bit less than Newmans Own.
But that means it is real lemon juice. Juice that comes from lemons, not boiled and turned into a powder and thrown back with water. Bottoms up. Now that's some lemonade.
Now, I'll tell you the truth. This is the brand of lemonade I buy when I go to the store.
You know it's gotta be good.
So, I've drank this enough to definitively state without any shadow of a doubt, this right here is an A tier. It's very hard to get into an S tier for anything, but this is really good. It's like Newmans Own in that it's tart without being too tart.
Yeah, it's definitely got a nice blend of the sweet and
But I would
tart.
say the thing about Newmans is that I wish it was a little bit more tart. This is the perfect amount of tartness. And it's only not an S tier because being a perfect amount of sweet or tart can only take you so far. The taste will take you the rest of the way.
As a sweet preferer myself, it's not too tart that you can't taste the sweetness. You can still get the sugar coming through. And I usually don't like pulp, but this has like a nice fine pulp where it's like not too much like you're like eating chunks getting it out of your teeth.
Honestly, it's barely noticeable.
Where are we putting Simply Lemonade?
I'm definitely saying A, but what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good A. Yeah, because I would definitely drink this over probably most lemonades. All right.
Now, here's one I've actually never heard of. Khalifa Farms lemonade. Made exclusively by Wiz Khalifa himself. I see as it's being shaken, it has 15% juice, so just like Newmans Own.
And that's, I assume that's real lemon juice?
I mean, the ingredients are nature, apparently.
Bottoms up. It's a little dry. It just kind of like saps all the moisture out of your throat.
It's lemonade, but it's not as lemony as the other ones. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but it's not something I would buy just because it doesn't taste much like lemonade. To me, this is more of a C tier lemonade.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
It's all right, but I don't know, it just doesn't really taste like lemonade as I know it.
All right, so next up, we're grabbing some KoolAid, one of the classics. This is how much sugar goes in your KoolAid.
According to the directions.
I think that changed the color. I think it became radioactive. So this is probably a classic from a lot of y'all's childhood. So prepare to have your childhood ruined.
Tops down.
That tastes like AIDS. On the three pillars, what do we got? Flavor.
Terrible. Just
Terrible
garbage.
flavor. Sweet, tart.
Water.
Consistency.
It is water.
It's literally just water.
Where did all the sugar go?
In the bottom.
I think you might actually be able to see it.
It has been mixed. But this is the kind of problem with these,
Create your own.
yeah, the mix your own drinks.
There's no consistency. With this as is, I guess D, because there's only a D tier, but it would be an F tier. It's
Terrible.
So bad.
Bottom of D. So there's two different kinds of Crystal Light. There's the pitcher packets, which is what we have here, where you make an entire pitcher's worth, 2 quarts. Or there's the drink packets.
We're going to be going with the quart packets.
The good part about this one is that it comes with the sugar. You don't have to add an entire fucking cup of sugar. Yeah, so Crystal Light, I believe, is 0 calories? It's 5 calories.
It's just got a lot of sodium and potassium. So this is basically a banana. It is more tart than the other ones, that's for sure.
It's definitely better than the KoolAid. It doesn't taste
Yes.
like water that accidentally was packed with some lemons.
It's not great, but it does taste more like lemonade, so you can at least say that it was more likely made as it was intended to be made with the packet and all, but it's still not great.
Here we go. We got it. The Big Daddy ChickfilA lemonade.
The best there ever was is right here.
We're not biased or anything.
All right, now this is pulp as fuck, boys.
Ooh, that is chunky.
Damn, son. This is what dreams are made of. Now, it is definitely a lot pulpier than you get when you just order a cup of it.
Similar to the way that the KoolAid works, is that the pulp and the liquid and the ice, they all have different consistencies, and if you leave them out for long enough, they'll start to separate. The pulp might go at the top, the ice might go to the bottom.
But the pulp eventually works itself out.
Yeah.
And what you've got is undeniably the best lemonade that I've ever had.
It's pretty good stuff.
The taste is perfect, whether it's sweet or sour.
Mm-hmm. It's got a nice ratio.
It's
sweet to
perfectly
sour.
ratioed.
And the consistency, it's very pulpy. Now, if you're one who doesn't really like pulp,
then it's probably best to just go to the restaurant and get a cup rather than a gallon.
right?
And what you've got is a lemonade that undeniably earns an S tier.
S tier.
No doubt.
Ooh, Chick-fil-A.
So here we've got HEB generic lemonade. If you want lemonade but don't want to pay the extra 30 cents, this concerns me based on the color, but let's find out.
Let's try it out. Bombs up. Ooh, that's ooh. Ooh. It was tart. And I was like, oh man, that's tart. And then I finished it and it hit the back of my tongue and it's like, tart!
This is definitely the tartest one yet.
I mean, this is the problem with generic brands in general. They don't necessarily test the ratios quite as much, so you can end up with something that's way too tart or way too sweet.
I would say it's a bit too tart. It's gone
Too tart for the tart man?
It's gone over that perfect balance line of tart. It's just a little too much.
Oh, that's no good. Where are we putting HEB generic lemonade?
I'm considering it a C tier, but above the other two.
I would actually put it behind the Khalifas, just because, like, it's just way too tart.
It is very tart. So next we've got Me and the Bees lemonade.
This is another one of those indie brands.
Real lemons.
Okay. You're
So
not
this-
using fake lemons here.
9% juice.
9%.
It was made with love, so they really loved to.
Love, of course. That's how they diluted it. It was 10%. They put 1% love in there. Ruined the ratio. All right, well, let's
Let's find
try it out. I think we might have found our first particularly sweet lemonade.
Similar to the Khalifa and the Crystal Light, this doesn't super taste like lemonade, But when it does, it doesn't taste great.
I think I like it more than the Khalifa, personally. I can't say I like it as much as Newman's Own, but...
I would give this a D tier, actually.
You would give this a D tier?
Would you say this is good for those who like sweet lemonade?
Hold on, let me try it again. No. If you are someone who enjoys the sweetness of lemonade rather than the tartness, then I think this will definitely be palatable. I think this would be a C for somebody who likes the sweet. Well, I think we should put it at maybe at like the bottom of C. How about that?
Okay.
All right, now we got an organic lemonade. I'm usually not super into the organic stuff, but I know that some people are. So.
I'm more of an inorganic drinker.
There's not a whole lot of flavor.
It's just juice, really. This is very much the definition of a low C tier lemonade.
I think it's kind of similar to the Californication one or whatever. Khalifa. That's what it was called. I would say this is somewhere in C. What kind of C lemonade is this? How does it compare to the HEB lemonade?
I'd say that's better. Even though it's more tart, it at least says something about itself. This,
It makes a statement.
it is the lemonade version of milk toast.
So next up, we have the Mio.
Mio branded lemonade.
We measured out the precise amount of water to squeeze our Mio into. Oh, quite the squeeze.
I have some positive thoughts because at least it's more yellow. Let's see how this goes.
That's just water.
We supposed to stir it or something?
We did the instructions. It says 1 squeeze.
And I gave it a good squirt.
Maybe
That's
we
a
just
lot-
need another squirt. Hold on, let me try 2 squirts.
Here.
Oh my god, it made it radioactive. Ooh.
That actually did make it better. So when you get the Mio bottle and it says get 8 fluid ounces of water and squeeze it once, fuck that. Do it at least twice.
In terms of flavor, it definitely has some now.
It definitely pulls itself from the dregs up to just the crystal light. I would say it's same level. It doesn't matter if you put it above or below the crystal light. I would say they're tied.
I'm gonna put it below crystal light because if you accidentally only put 1 squirt in,
You're fucked.
you're fucked.
It's terrible.
So here we go with the Country Time lemonade.
This is Country Time packets, so we're on that again.
So these are meant to be poured into a water bottle. So this doesn't necessarily reflect on how good Country Time lemonade is if you get it in the scoop version. So don't use this to judge those.
Just
We're
use this
only-
to judge that.
That to judge this, that, do. Let's drink. This is definitely a sweeter lemonade. Not too tart.
Not too good either. All these low to no sugar packets, or you just create your own, they're not super good. If you want some real good tasting lemonade, this is not what you get it for.
I think this is good if you need that specific thing. You got a bottle of water. You don't want to drink water because you hate water, but you have a bottle of water, so...
To me, this is a tier based on 3 categories, and taste is one of them,
That is
and
true.
their taste is not very good. Not only this one, but the Mio and the Crystal Light, it all doesn't taste very good. If you're looking for taste, you're probably not coming here, but that's probably not why you bought it in the first place.
That's true.
How about this? This is in C tier. It's around those 2. It's better than the other 2, but worse than the others,
Yes.
for sure. If you want a packet and you're wanting water that kind of tastes like lemonade, this one, the Country Time, is your best bet over the Mio and the Crystal Light.
Top is popping off. So, for our last lemonade, we have Hill Country Fair frozen lemonade. You've probably had your mom make this for you when you were a kid. It's frozen in a can, and then you just gotta pour it in a thing and dump some water in it, and bam, there you go. Legit lemonade.
You got it right here.
That is good stuff.
It's actually a nice tartness.
It's got a very nice ratio of the sweet to the tart. So where were we putting the frozen lemonade?
Solid B tier.
I think it's A tier. I don't know if it's necessarily better than Simply, but I think it's better than Newmans Own. It's got everything a good lemonade should have.
And there we go.
And we couldn't find Minute Maid lemonade, so...
You'd think we could, but no.
Bam! And that's where it goes. So here we have it. The official, 100% accurate, undeniable, undebatable lemonade brands tier list. This is where you want to go if you want to find the best lemonade.
You only have to watch this video once, a 10-minute decision, and you've lemonaded for life. You're good.
Unless you want to watch it again. Or
Then-
again. Or send it to your kids. Or your parents. Or your grandparents. Or your cousin. Or your aunt. And your uncle. And your friends. And...
The illegal voters who put Biden into office.
And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.